Over the last 12 months, one of my print-on-demand t-shirt designs skyrocketed and did $224,183.85 in sales. Yes, that design made up more than 20% of all of my revenue for the last year. And it just goes to show how it can take one design to really get your store scaling. That's why in this video, I'm going to go over the 3 steps that I do to create hundreds of high-quality designs. And you're going to want to stick around until the end because I'm actually going to go through designs, some that are good, and show you a similar design that's just better and more likely to sell. So by sticking around to see these designs, you'll be able to spot the key differences, saving you tons of time and effort in your design making process. So here's the proof. My top selling design made $224,183.85 this past year. And the second place design made $87,428.15. How was I able to do this? The first step that I do to creating high quality designs is I create tons of designs to begin with. Print on demand is truly a numbers game, and practice really does make perfect. So the more we're practicing and the more we're making designs, the better we are naturally going to get at the process. Now, I always tell people that they should be designing at least 100 designs prior to even launching their store, which I know sounds a little crazy because not everybody says that. A lot of people just say 20 good designs, maybe 40 good designs, enough to make a collection. But really, we want to build out at least 100 designs. Because as we're designing, you'll notice your first 10 are going to be very different from your 90 to 100. And this way we're getting a good plethora of designs. So some with just text, some with just graphics, some with a good mix, some with a comic style, some with just simple line art. We want to make sure that we are getting different designs across our entire niche because some niches like different designs other than others. Some are really just typography based versus others are more just graphic based. Having a good mixture is going to give us the best chance of finding designs that are truly going to work and get sales. The second step in this process is looking to see what designs are best-selling designs across the product that I choose. For example, I've been selling graphic t-shirts for the last 4.5 years. So when I am starting to do research for my niche, looking for new designs, I look at all graphic t-shirts because sometimes you can get really good inspiration from designs that are clearly already selling. We can look at Amazon, Etsy, Google, even Pinterest to grab some ideas, and we can just look and see what is already making a high quality design. And you're gonna start to pick out certain things, like having some of the t-shirt color pop through the design. That's called negative space, instead of just having a big square block on the front of the t-shirt. I know now it is becoming a little bit more trendy, but for most people, they don't want a big block of print right here on their chest. So I like to look across the best-selling designs for graphic t-shirts, and then I can really just keep them in a folder, pull them out when I need inspiration, and figure out ways that I can adapt these types of styles, designs, ideas into my niche. For example, we can take coffee. Coffee is a great niche. There are a lot of coffee drinkers in the world, a lot of passionate coffee drinkers. There are some people, their day truly can't start until they've had a cup of coffee. And it's a great niche to approach, but look at how we can tweak a lot of the designs within the coffee niche. So we have this design, it says sunshine and coffee. We could change that to music and coffee, or running and coffee, and even nature and coffee, or camping and coffee. Again, you can tweak a lot of coffee designs to work for really whatever niche. So that is the second step in my design process. Now, remember, you want to stick around for the very end because I'm going to break down different designs so that you can learn to spot a good versus a great design. But before we do that, we have to talk about step number 3, which is I try a bunch of designs and angles. What do I mean by this? Fun fact, most designs that I like don't typically sell. And a lot of print-on-demand sellers will say the same. It's usually designs that I think are okay or even straight up bad, ones that I don't like at all that I would never wear. And ironically, these are typically the designs that end up selling well in the niche. So get out of your own way and let the customer decide what they want. Now, remember step 1, we said we want to be creating 100 designs. And this is really what I'm talking about. We want to give the customers plenty to click on and choose from within our niche. This way, we can get a solid idea of how to best build out our best-selling collection. And sometimes it can take 100, 150, even up to 250 designs till we've figured out which designs are truly selling. My collection at this point has over 500 different designs, and I probably sell the majority as my top 50. So it took a lot of designs to really figure out what are the 50 designs that people actually want to purchase, buy, and wear. So it's taken a lot of rinsing and repeating, looking at this data, seeing what people are clicking on, and then creating more designs that are similar to that. And a fun fact, a lot of times customers will tell you what they want, whether that be in your Facebook ads or reaching out to your customer service support. They will tell you, they'll say, hey, I really like this design. I would buy it if it had this. And then that's a great idea. You can take that, literally put it into an AI generator, get the design, plug it into your site, comment to the customer, and connect that design. And a lot of times that's a very easy way to get a sale. And people love that you immediately made that iteration. So now that you've stuck around till the end, you are very serious about getting started in print on demand, which makes me so happy. So let's start to go through the good versus great designs so that you can start getting the designer eye and picking out the best selling designs for your niche. So as you can see, this first design, they're very similar in ways. The one on the left, they both say stay wild. Again, AI kind of messed up the wording here, but that's an easy fix. But as you can see, this design isn't really going to pop on a shirt, especially one that has a dark background. There's just a lot of little detail. Maybe some people would like it, but when we look at the design here on the right, and see stay wild with the stars, it's gonna have a lot of that negative space that we were talking about, where the color of the shirt is going to come between the letters, come between the stars, inside of the wolf that's there. The one on the right is definitely a better t-shirt design than the one on the left, which leads us to our second design. As you can see, they're both the same. I need more space. Taking the same idea, but just tweaking some of the elements. So as you see on the image on the left, it's going to be very hard to remove that background. Again, this would be one of those designs that's just a block on a t-shirt. And I don't love that. I know a lot of people like it when there's that negative space. You see a lot of the t-shirt color coming in. Again, it's a great design. It's really fun. I love the idea. But as you see the design on the right, you're going to have that negative space, and it's getting the same idea across. We're going to be able to remove that white background. The t-shirt color is going to come through that design, and it just stands out. It looks like something that more people would wear than the one on the left. This is definitely important when it comes to generating images, specifically with AI. Mystic is an amazing app and tool that people can use, and it's built off of really these good kind of t-shirt designs. And these are the types of designs that Mystic will spit out and give to you. So I can't recommend Mystic enough. The next design is this simple mountain. As you can see, the design on the left, it looks great. There's so much detail to it. But again, not that many people wear t-shirts that are super detailed. We talk about when you're walking down the street, like, keep an eye on what people are wearing. Look in the department stores. What are on their graphic t-shirts? A lot of the times it's really simple. It's not these super in-depth, beautiful pieces of artwork like this image on the left. It's really more like the image on the right. It's simplistic. We have the retro sunset in the background. It really just gets across that you're an outdoor nature lover. So the one on the right is definitely, I would say, for a sticker and even for a t-shirt design. That one's going to look a lot nicer, and I think a lot more people are going to wear it. Now, this design, again, very similar. The typography is exactly the same. The tempo is what I say it is. As you can see, the design on the left, now I know that they're a little blurry, they're not upscaled, but the design on the left, you have the brown color. The text is okay. Personally, I need more to my text, which I think we get on the right. And as you can see, even within that lettering on the right, there's almost those little negative, distressed look to the letters, which I think is really common across t-shirt designs. So the one on the right is going to win in my eye and my opinion. I like that the drum set pops off. It's not competing like the brown with the black. I just think it definitely looks like a t-shirt design. And these are the types of designs that we really want to be generating so that we have the best chance of actually selling the designs. Which leads us to our next design. My favorite color is no pants. The one on the left is overall fine. I think honestly it's not that bad, and it's something that you could actually test within ads, but I'm pretty sure the one on the right is going to end up getting more clicks and end up on more people's chests because of the fact it has that negative space between the letters. It's a little bit more clean, and I think just would look really nice on a t-shirt. Not that the other one doesn't. There's just more features to the one on the right that are screaming out a t-shirt design versus the one on the left. And again, we see the same thing here. It's not that the one on the left is bad. It looks great. All of the text looks good. It's again the same idea, but I just like the uniformity of the text and how they used different typography styles. I love how the rum part stands out because I feel like that's the reason somebody's buying that shirt, is for rum and booty. And both of those words stand out so much more on the design on the right than it does on the design on the left. So these are things to keep in mind as we are trying to create the 100 designs prior to our store launch. And finally, this is the last design that we're going to go through. As you can see, again, it's the same exact idea. The one on the left is fine. It's like a cute little rooster, but the one on the right just looks like it belongs on a t-shirt. You get the same idea that it's a rooster and a rooster. All the text is the same. It's just laid out a little bit differently. And honestly, it just looks more like a t-shirt design. I think it gets the idea across better. And I like that it's a cartoon, but it's not as like babyish as the cartoon on the left. So I hope that by going through these different designs and showing you a good versus a great t-shirt design really sparks your inspiration and helps you start to pick up on the little tiny details that make a good design versus a great design. So now that you know how to pick out a great design, you're gonna wanna learn the easiest way to set up your print-on-demand store before 2025. So you're gonna wanna check out this video here.